Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Becky Lynch will defend her title at SummerSlam. Her next challenger was officially determined on WWE Raw this Monday. Becky Lynch returned after several months at WrestleMania 41 and won the Women's World Tag Team Championship with Lyra Valkyria. However, this duo lost the tag titles the following week on Raw. Following this loss, Lynch turned on Lyra and attacked her in the ring, kick-starting their feud. These two women locked horns for the Women's Intercontinental Championship at Money in the Bank, where the man walked away with the win. Since then, Lyra Valkyria has been trying to get back the IC title. She got another chance at WWE Evolution 2025 when she faced Lynch and her former tag team partner, Becky, in a triple threat match. However, she was unsuccessful in regaining the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Hence, tonight on Raw, WWE announced a 2 out of 3 falls match between Valkyria and Becky, where the winner would receive a Women's Intercontinental Championship match at SummerSlam 2025. While the role model got the first pinfall, the former Women's IC champion came back and got the next 2 falls to win the match. Following the match, Becky Lynch came down to the ring and stood face-to-face with her rival. It will be interesting to see whether Lyra Valkyria will be able to regain the Women's IC title at SummerSlam. In a night packed with drama, unpredictability, and explosive in-ring action, WWE Raw delivered yet another seismic shift to the women's division as Becky Lynch, the reigning and defiant Women's World Champion, officially learned who her next challenger will be, and the results stunned not only the live audience but the entire WWE universe. With stakes sky-high and a looming SummerSlam showdown in the distance, Monday Night Raw closed with a barn-burner main event that crowned the #1 contender for Becky's title. A match that left fans breathless and the champion herself pacing at ringside, eyes narrowed, title clutched tightly against her chest. The buzz started early in the night when WWE announced a high-stakes fatal 4-way match to determine the next challenger for the Women's World Championship. The participants were revealed to be Liv Morgan, Zoe Stark, Raquel Rodriguez, and a shocking last-minute addition, Shayna Baszler, who returned from a short hiatus with a renewed sense of brutality and hunger. Each woman brought her own story to the match. Liv, seeking redemption after losing the title to Becky just weeks prior. Stark, the breakout star whose athleticism and ruthless aggression have earned her major buzz. Rodriguez, the powerhouse looking for her first taste of singles gold. And Baszler, the submission specialist who has been lurking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The main event was booked as the culmination of weeks of shifting rivalries, alliances, and betrayals. It was no secret that Becky Lynch had unfinished business with all 4 women, but she made her presence known in the most emphatic way possible, joining commentary for the match to scout her potential opponent up close. Dressed in a jet black leather jacket, her title resting on the desk beside her, Lynch kept a laser focus on the action in the ring while offering dry, biting commentary. "It doesn't matter who wins," she quipped. "I've beaten them all before. I'll beat them again." But as the match unfolded, it became clear that this was not going to be a routine victory lap for the man. From the opening bell, the fatal 4-way was a showcase of contrasting styles and ferocious intensity. Liv Morgan flew around the ring with reckless abandon, landing high-risk moves and near falls that kept the crowd invested. Zoe Stark impressed with her crisp strikes and aerial agility, including a corkscrew dive to the outside that took out all 3 opponents in a single breathtaking moment. Raquel Rodriguez used her brute strength to dominate the field, delivering a jaw-dropping double powerbomb to both Liv and Shayna, at once that brought the audience to its feet. And then there was Shayna Baszler, the dark horse, the tactician, the predator, who methodically targeted joints, applied chokes, and showed zero hesitation in stomping on anyone in her way. The chaos only intensified as the match neared its conclusion. Liv Morgan nearly stole the win after planting Stark with the Oblivion, only for Baszler to break up the pin at the last millisecond. Raquel Rodriguez launched into a late-match frenzy, laying out all three women with a series of brutal clotheslines and a twisting senton off the second rope. But it was Baszler who seized the perfect moment. As Liv climbed the top rope to attempt another high-risk maneuver, Shayna yanked her down, locked in the Kirifuda clutch, and dragged her to the mat like a python with its prey. The bell rang. The crowd erupted in a mix of cheers and stunned silence. And at ringside, Becky Lynch rose slowly to her feet, her eyes fixed on the woman standing tall in the ring. Shayna Baszler's music hit, but her expression was cold, clinical, and focused, not celebratory. She pointed directly at Becky. Lynch didn't flinch. Instead, she stepped onto the apron, held her championship high, and stared back at Baszler without saying a word. The moment was electric. Commentary hyped it immediately as a collision course, a battle years in the making between two women who have never had the spotlight to themselves at a major event, until now. Baszler versus Lynch. The submission magician versus the man. As Raw went off the air, the WWE universe was buzzing about the upcoming clash. For longtime fans, this match carries more weight than just titles. It's personal, it's legacy, and it's unfinished business. The two last squared off at WrestleMania 36, where Becky Lynch retained her title in controversial fashion. That bout, however, occurred inside an empty performance center at the height of the pandemic. A match devoid of the energy and grandeur both women deserved. Now, with a live crowd and a major pay-per-view stage in front of them, the rematch promises to be a war of attrition. WWE wasted no time in capitalizing on the moment. Minutes after Raw ended, the company officially announced Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler for the Women's World Championship at SummerSlam, branding it The Reckoning. Social media exploded. Fans who had been clamoring for Baszler to return to her NXT-dominant roots finally saw a glimmer of that old killer instinct. Lynch, meanwhile, remains the most decorated woman on the roster and one of the most consistent big match performers in WWE history. But against Baszler, she faces a different kind of threat, a threat that doesn't care about fame, branding, or crowd reactions. Baszler wants to hurt, she wants to break, and she wants to finish what she started years ago. In a post-show backstage interview, Baszler delivered a chilling message. Becky Lynch walks around with that title like she's invincible, she growled. She's not. I've been waiting for this, waiting for the noise to die down, waiting for her to stop running. She beat me once, but that was survival. SummerSlam, I'm not gonna let her survive. Becky, for her part, responded later via social media with a simple message: let's finish this. The women's division, which has undergone a renaissance in recent years, continues to thrive on matchups like this. Gone are the days of surface-level feuds and throwaway title matches. This is about pride, about pain, about proving who really belongs at the top of the mountain. Lynch versus Baszler is about more than the title. It's about dominance, identity, and revenge. The ripple effects of this announcement will be felt throughout the roster. Liv Morgan, who came heartbreakingly close to reclaiming the gold, now finds herself spiraling back into the pack. Though many suspect her story with Baszler or Lynch may not be over yet, Zoe Stark, who continues to impress with each outing, further solidified her place as the future of the division. Raquel Rodriguez, despite not clinching the victory, delivered a statement performance that may soon translate into championship opportunities on another brand. But for now, the spotlight belongs to two women. Becky Lynch, the face of resilience, a warrior forged in fire and forged by history. Shayna Baszler, the surgeon of violence, a woman who doesn't talk in catchphrases or sell t-shirts, but rather measures success in torn ligaments and unconscious opponents. SummerSlam is shaping up to be one of the most explosive premium live events of the year, and Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler could very well steal the show. One thing is certain: the next chapter in Becky Lynch's legendary career will not be an easy one. She faces a challenger unlike any she's seen in recent memory. And Shayna Baszler, long overlooked, long underestimated, now stands on the cusp of fulfilling her destiny. For Becky Lynch, it's a test of will. For Shayna Baszler, it's a mission. The countdown to SummerSlam has officially begun, and the road ahead is paved with pain. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.